Hi again, Jason Klaus here. You're watching Klaus to the Heart episode 2.5. This was originally going to be the second segment of the show that I had edited and was trying to get uploaded to the YouTube channel, but I don't know if it was the program that I was using or I didn't have enough storage or whatever the case may be. But this was a segment that I really wanted to get out there, so that's why we're doing this kind of a 2.5 thing. Um, one of the main purposes of this show is to shed spotlight on the unsung heroes that walk among us every single day. You know, we all know people who do extraordinary things and they do not get their just due for it. They don't get the credit that they deserve, and more importantly, the spotlight and recognition. This is it's one of those things. Those are one of the key elements as to why I wanted to do this show. Me personally, I've got some very, very talented friends that are really putting in a lot of hard work to achieve their dream. Really, you know, they have set goals for themselves and they are overcoming obstacles. They are, doing everything that they possibly can to make their dreams a reality. And I firmly believe, that you can achieve just about anything you want if your heart's in it and if you're willing to put in the work. In the coming weeks on this show, once we get everything worked out and we get a format established and we find our footing as to what we want to do with the show here. As far as a sex, you know, I, I frustration is starting to set in. With trying to give everybody an entertaining product to watch, but it's a work in progress, and I realize that. And these guys and girls that are, you know, putting in long hours and doing things that they are extremely passionate about. Uh, I I have several guests lined up that are going to come on a show, and we're going to do interviews and things of this nature, and allow them another platform to um, talk about, advertise, promote, whatever the case may be, their various projects. My friend Todd Gilbert, uh, one of the most overall talented people I've ever known. Very, very uh, musically inclined. He had actually written an opening theme for this show, and it's one of the hangups that we're having. Cannot get that audio uploaded to the show, and now having to go right through YouTube's app here. There's no opening at all for this episode. So, um, but Todd, he's got a lot of irons in the fire right now with different projects and things that he's working on, and he just started this new online radio show that airs on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock on Chew.tv. Um, be sure to check him out there. Jordan Scavone, you're going to meet him in a couple of weeks. A published children's book author and about ready to launch his first young adult novel. And we're going to have Jordan on to talk about that and his previous projects that are now being enjoyed by kids all over the area. My kids have a few of his books and they absolutely love them. So we're going to have Jordan on. We're also going to have people on here that have tremendous success stories in terms of overcoming um, serious obstacles and picking themselves up off of rock bottom and really turning their lives around. And these stories are incredibly inspiring, and I think that they will resonate well with the audience. And in the coming weeks, we'll have a couple new segments and stuff, and we'll allow them to share their stories. But I certainly want to let people know who may not get the just due and spotlight and recognition that they deserve for what they do. I want to do that, and you know, I, it's important that people know what they're doing is important, regardless of what that is. It could be a CNA that is one of the most thankless jobs that there is out there. You're dealing with patients that are a lot of times within the last days, weeks, months of their lives, and these people are here to take care of them. And you know, I've heard, I have had friends that have worked in that area, and just the stories that I've heard are just absolutely heartbreaking. And that's not an easy job. So they deserve recognition. The various legitimate nonprofit organizations all over that do things behind the scenes to make sure that people who are less privileged or having a hard time, financially, health wise, or whatever the case may be, there's all kinds of nonprofit organizations set up by passionate people that are there to help these people, and they don't get enough credit. They don't get enough spotlight and recognition. You know, that's important stuff. These are things that are trying to improve people's livelihoods. And then you look at the community as a whole. There's all kinds of groups out there that are, trying to make the community a better, safer, and more beautiful place. Because of where I work, I know of various groups within the UAW, Local 598 out of Flint, that they have all kinds of projects going on. There's a lot of times it's line workers and employees that get together on a lot of times their only day off and spend several hours going up and down the highway picking up trash. Or they're meeting at a park that has been not well maintained, and they're going in there and ripping out old shrubbery, planting trees, painting signs, making the place look more presentable, more inviting for families. They don't get enough credit. They're not necessarily being paid for it. They're just it's something that they believe in. And there's all kinds of volunteers and organizations that are out there every single day trying to make a difference. And a lot of times, more often than not, they are making a difference. And they're not the ones out there, shouting to the heavens, "Hey, look at me, look at me, look at me." They just assume stay in the shadows and just continue doing what they do. And I feel like that they need to be recognized. So that's what a lot of this show is going to be about. And there will be segments on here where it's dedicated to one organization or one person. So just know, there are a lot of people. If you are in a job or an organization or a group or something like that, and you think what you're doing is not making a difference, I'm here to tell you that it is. And I personally, and I know many, many, many others, thank you for everything, the hard work, the sacrifice, the dedication, the whole 9 yards. And if anybody knows of anybody that really deserves a shout out, on a more public forum, they have a tremendous story that you want to share, let me know. Drop me an email, klausattheheart@gmail.com, or you can contact us through the Facebook page, Klaus to the Heart. So with that being said, this will conclude officially this week's episode. And we'll see you sometime next week, right here on Klaus to the Heart.